Hello there. I'm Kelgoth, and I wanted to play some Magic the Gathering today. And this is Shandalar. Shandalar is an old computer game from like 1997 or something about that. And I had it when I was uh, in high school, and my brother and I used to play this game a lot. And I found out that there was a updated version that had cards up through like 2015, 2016, I think. Um, so I wanted to play this and try this out. I've seen some other people play it, and it looks kind of fun. I have messed around with it before, and so let's just hop into it right here. So we're gonna start a new game, and I've not sure on the difficulty level on really what that means with the updated deck lists. We'll just choose Sorcerer. As for colors, I myself really like black green. Um, so let's just choose black. Black's magic's powers come from death and decay. So black cards typically are life drain abilities, undead creatures, discard abilities, and then recurring from the graveyard abilities. So let's see how that plays out. Although I know it tends to kind of give you kind of like a rainbow deck. Let's take a look. Oh, these are all really fantastic, aren't they? Like the art here. Let's see. Can we make this guy look like a black wizard? It's not quite what I mean, but okay. Black. I guess this is kind of black robes. I can get him a suit. We'll go with the white here. Oh, we can give him. I like the beard. Oh, the cloak. I think I like the cloak here. And then what does he have in his hand? Oh, yeah, we're a black wizard, so we gotta have the skull. So let's do that. And then we'll hit leave here, and then we're gonna call ourselves Kalgoth. And here we are. I don't really know what really remember what this means. There's a city up here, so we're gonna run up to the city real quick. We're going to edit our deck and take a look here. So first things off, we're going to count our number of lands. We have 52 cards in this deck, and we need to probably make some cuts. I think we want to go down to a deck of size of 40. I don't remember if this game cares about deck size at all. Definitely doesn't require 60, which is something that I'm going to kind of like put as a thing for myself, is I'm going to target a 60 card deck, even though technically you can go less than that. I mean, that's typically what we'd want to do. Typically what you would play in constructed would be 60 card decks, so that's where I'm going to aim for here. Looks like we have 3 major colors. We got blue, obviously our black is majority here. We got a bit of green. We got a black green here, a white blue, and then some other cards. So first things first, let's kind of like canvas through and see here. So we got the Sea Eagle. It's a 1/1 flyer for 2. A Helium Squirter. Okay. It's got Graft 3. It enters the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another creature enters, we can move a counter. And then target creature with a +1/+1 counter gains flying until end of turn. We can pay 1 to do that. So it's a 3/3 for 5. Cephid Aristocrat. Recently in Magic, these Cephids are now octopuses, but they are still Cephids in here. This is a 3/3 for 5. Whenever it becomes a target of spell or ability, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. So that's a potential way to get some cards in our graveyard if we care about that. I don't know what these cards are yet, so we'll take a look. A 1/2 for 3 that can't be blocked. That's pretty good. Then we can sacrifice it to make something else unblockable. That's potentially good. A zombie trailblazer. So it's a 2/2 for 3. It's got 3 black pips here. That's going to be a little harder to cast. Tap and untap zombie control. Target land becomes a swamp until end of turn. Tap and untap zombie control. Target creature can swamp walk until end of turn. Oh, so we can turn things into swamps, and then we can make our zombies have swamp walk as a potential win con. That's good. We have a 2/1 for 2 here. We have a sliver. A 3/3 for 5. We're all sliver, and it has first strike and gives slivers first strike. Okay. We have a Nazumi Cutthroat. It's a 2/1 for 2. Has fear and it can't block. We have Null Caller. It's a 2/4 for 4, and we can pay 4 to exile a creature card from your graveyard to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Okay. A Knight of Infamy. It's a 2/1 for 2. It has protection from white, which could be good. And Exalted. So Exalted means if whenever a creature, it doesn't have to be this creature, attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And Exalted triggers stack. So if you multiple things with Exalted, you can get something quite big. A Calastria Healer. It's a 1/2 for 2. Rally. When it or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. He Who Hungers, a 3/2 for 5. Flying. Pay 1, sacrifice a spirit. Target opponent reveals his hand. You choose a card from it. That player discards that card, and I can only do that as a sorcery. And then it has Soul Shift 4. When this creature dies, you may return target spirit card with converted mana cost 4 or less from graveyard to your hand. I don't know if that'll be relevant. Fog of Gnats. It's a 1/1 for 2 that has flying, and then we can regenerate it. We have Patriarch's Desire, which is a enchantment that gives +2/-2, and then it gets an additional +2/-2 as long as you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard. So that could be, it will end up being +4/-4, which could be removal, or it could be make a big beater. Endless Scream has X and a black, and when it enters the battlefield, when Endless Scream enters the battlefield, it comes with X Scream counters. The creature gets +1/+0 for each Scream counter on it. Okay. Interesting. I guess we can proliferate that. Got some mountains for all our red spells that we have in here. Forests. Canopy Gorger. It's a 6/5 worm with no other text. A Caustic Caterpillar, a 1/1 for 1. And we can sacrifice it to destroy target artifact or enchantment, which I do like. A Conifer Strider. It's a 5/1 for 4 that has hexproof. We have 2 of those. Wild Growth, which is when you chant a land, and then whenever we tap the land, we get an extra green. Venomous Fangs. When enchanted, so it gives Death Touch to whatever creature we put that on. Golgari Rotworm. Sacrifice a creature, target player loses a life. Okay, and then it's a 5/4 for 5. Angelic Shield. We don't have any other white cards in our deck, so I'm going to just remove this now. Nurok Replica. And then it's a 1/4 for 3. Then we can pay 2, sacrifice it, and return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay. The Rack. The Rack punishes people with extra cards in their hands. Basically, at the beginning of the chosen player's upkeep, the Rack deals X damage to that player, where X is 3 minus the number of cards in their hand. So if they have 4, they take 1 damage. If they have 5, they'll take 2. Panic Spellbomb. We don't have any other red cards, so we're just going to pull that out right away. And this one's plain, so we'll pull that out. And then, so, we're going down to 40 cards. We want 17 lands. We're going to obviously keep our islands, swamps, and forests. So we'll just count up that. So island is 5 plus forest is 9 plus 9 swamps, that's 18. So if we just pull out the lands that we don't need here, that gets us to 43, right? We can, and then we want to cut 3 cards, in which basically we just cut our worst 3 cards. A 3/3 first strike for 5 is really slow. And then if they play slivers, it becomes an issue. For 3 mana to give something Death Touch, I'm not sure if that's relevant. Do we need a ramp spell? We kind of do because our hands are really slow. The Zombie Trailblazer is going to be hard to cast because of the 3 black pips. So I think because it's going to be hard to cast, we might go back in on this later. I don't like Endless Scream. We'll get rid of this Nurok Replica. It is an artifact with takes colorless mana, so it'd be easier to cast. But and then we'll take this expensive 6/5 out. All right, sword deck. So that's gonna be our well, actually, let's take a look over here and see if there's anything we want to buy for. Oh, there's a bunch of black cards. Another swamp if we want it. Let me take a look at this Feral Shadow. It's a 2/1 flyer for 3. No. Bite of the Black Rose. Will the Council. Starting with you, each player votes for Sickness or Psychosis. If Sickness gets more votes, creatures your opponent control gets -2 and -2. If the Psychosis gets more votes, or the vote is tied, each opponent discards 2 cards. So it's going to be each opponent discards 2 cards in a 2-player game most of the time. Death Cloud. Really kind of mana expensive here. Each player loses X life and discards X cards and sacrifices X creature, then sacrifices X lands. I don't think that's what we really want. We could just pick up another swamp if we're gonna end up going like mono black eventually. I guess I'll do that. We'll pick up another swamp, and then we'll go here. Begin a quest. Take this message west to my brother, the keeper of Ellerin Bazaar. He will award you with a blue amulet. Okay, that is good. We'll just do that. And then when you complete quests, I know it creates a mana link, and I'm thinking you need to have so many mana links in areas to counteract the wizards, and then also I think that also gives your mana links equal to your max health, like something like that. It's been a long time. I don't quite remember. So we're gonna go west to the Ellerin Bazaar. Is there a map? There is the Ellerin Bazaar. So we're gonna go there. We'll just walk up here to this town here, and that's the bazaar there. Take a look here. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to players this turn. So this is a fog for 4. It's kind of expensive. Hindervines. It's another fog. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by creatures with no +1/+1 counters on them. Dealt by creatures. Okay. Oak Garl Warrior. It's a tree folk that's a 5/7 for 7. Vigilance and Trample. And we can get another forest. I don't think we want any of these cards. Oh, so this is nice. So we just talked to him, and he's applauding our brave struggle to free the Shandalar from the tyranny of the Five Wizards. To assist you, I shall strengthen you with 2 extra life in your next duel. So we just get 2 extra life. That's great. We're going to go up to this graveyard. Happened upon a ruined tower. Azur's Crypt Dungeon rules. 1 deck for all duels. Life losses carried over. Marsh Viper permanently in effect. And then there's a Tundra, a Demonic Tutor, and a Mana Crypt, which are great cards. So these are at this Azur's Crypt. And then we also found this Watervale Cavern, which is it adds a colorless, but then it also, we could add black or blue to our mana pool, but it doesn't untap during our next untap step, which is interesting. This might be like, I don't think we are in a place where we want to worry about that too much right now. Okay, so we are we kind of ran into the switch as I was running towards that other graveyard here. So the way this works is they have an ante. This is the card we will get if we win. They have our ante. This is what they will take if they win. We can either pay 40 gold or we can duel the witch. We're also going to have +2 health. So I think this is our health. So I think we'll have 12 hit points. We're just going to duel the witch. This is a 1/1 with Death Touch, which is a great defensive creature, and I wouldn't mind it. So let's see if we can get it. So here we are in the duel. They won the toss. I will take the first turn. Okay. We're gonna look at our hand here. So there's one. There's one land. Can I move this? Okay. There's one land in here. It is black. I think we need a mulligan because we just basically can't play this hand. And then there are 4 lands and a Helium Squirter and a way infantry. At least we have a play on 2. I think we keep this and I bottom a swamp. Oh, this is only 6 cards. So we mulliganed. No, we want to put the swamp. Oh. So, that was weird. Okay, so we'll play our swamp. And then we will pass turn. And they're going to play this Nip Gwilyu. It's a 1/1 for 1 with lifelink. I wouldn't mind that creature as well. And then we will play... Oh, this is 3/2 for 5. We will play this island, and so we can get closer to our healing squirter. And then we'll play our way infantry, and then we're done here. He's going to attack in because they're going to deal 1 and then gain life. I don't have a turn. And they play Fog of Gnats. Okay. So we will wild growth this island. Cancel. So we kind of messed up there. So that's a flyer. I think I'm just going to attack in, and since they don't have mana to regenerate, if they block, it's fine. A 0/2 for 1 that gives Exalted, which is going to buff the... Okay, so we can get a 3/3... what kind of... So this is the 3/3. This is a 3/2. This is a 3/3. I think we just do this 3/3 here. And then call that good. And then they're not going to attack in. This is a 2/1 with fear, which doesn't really help here. So I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack in. And they're going to take 3, and then I'm going to play my other 3/3. And then they're just going to destroy everything. Okay. Well, that also destroyed my wild growth. But I'm going to play my 5/1 and see if they have a creature to play. Where's their hand? Like how much? Oh, their hand is right here. They have 2 cards in their hand. So they might not have anything, which is great. Play my island here. Attack in with my Conifer Strider and do 5. And then I'm going to play my 3/2 and pass turn. Okay. So they're going to do 4 damage, and they're going to gain 4 life. Okay, triggers effects, Soul Shift 4. Okay, I don't have any cards that I can work on. Okay, so I'm going to swing in with my 5/1 again. And then play out my creatures. Okay, so it's a 7/7, but it can't block everything, so I just swing in and then I win. All right. Great. We'll take the cards, and that we want to go to that graveyard here. We happen upon a Dragon's Lair. So if we duel the creature, we will get these cards. Oop, I guess I just clicked, and I guess that was not what I wanted to do. And then there was a seer here that I didn't see that was behind the village. We'll duel the seer. When recast a creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return target creature to its owner's hand. So that's a repeatable bounce effect. Could be good. They won the toss, so they're gonna. I will take the first turn. This time, I have a turn 2 play. I actually have a turn 1 play with the rack, because the rack is 1 mana, right? If I cursor over it, yeah. I can't cast my Wild Growth, but I can cast the Fog of Gnats and the Way Infantry. So I will keep the hand. I will swamp, play the rack, and then the rack is actually going to do damage to him right away, and that might just win me the game, because they're going to take 4 damage. Let's see. 4. Um, 3 minus the number of cards in their hand. How did it not? It's choose an opponent. At the beginning of the chosen player's upkeep, the rack deals X damage to that player, was X is 3 minus. It should have done damage. Play a swamp, and then I will play the Fog of Gnats. It's a 1/1 flyer. I could block this flyer if I wanted to, but this has it's a 1/1 for 2 that can level up, and if it's then it can not be blocked. Okay, so swamp, and then we're gonna swing in with the Fog of Gnats, and then we're gonna play our Way Infantry. And then we're going to be like, why is my rack not working? Okay, so they are leveling up the Spy Patrol. And then play another swamp. If we got a green, we could cast this next turn. Any mana cast that. I'm fine trading here to there, so I think I attack in. Yeah. Okay. Creates 1/2 for 2. Choose target opponent who has at least 2 more cards in their hand than you did. Okay. So I'm going to continue to swing in. I'm winning that race. And then if I double click it, auto cast. There we go. Or auto taps. So they're finding an island. And then they found a ghost ship. This ghost ship is a problem. So the ghost ship is a problem, and we can't beat the ghost ship. We can block and regenerate if he attacks, though. So we're just gonna pass. So it's a 2/2 for 3, and this is a 2/1 for 2 with no text. Island. Okay. And then we're gonna play our Sea Eagle here. I don't have a profitable attack. I need the ghost ship to attack. Flying can only be block creatures with flying. Okay. And I have to have who had at least 2 or more cards in the hand as you did is activated. You don't get the draw off of that guy. Okay. Swamp. We're just passing turn. They got a lot of flying over here. Just passing turn. Forest. Gugari Rot. Okay, so now I can actually do this 3 times. I think I want to do that on yeah, I want to do that next turn. I could just sacrifice the 3 creatures. Island. Okay, select a creature to sacrifice. We're sacrificing that. Target opponent. We're doing this again. Target opponent. And then this again. Okay, this again. There we go. So we got this Mystic Monastery. It's a 3-color tap land, and then that Equilibrium. I'll take the cards. I'm not sure if I'll play this. Okay. Speak to this wise man. I shall reveal to you the secret deck of any blue creature. So this is that deck that we just played against this year. It has like Trinket Mage. Yeah, nothing crazy. I don't really care to. And now we're gonna go south. Oh, I should have put that that Death Touch creature in my deck. I reward it with a fine blue amulet, so I can trade a blue amulet for any creatures. So this is kind of like crazy. Since it's any blue creatures, there are creatures out there that are just like broken. You know? Let's Lord of let's go zombies, right? So it's like I'm just trying to think of Hypnotic Spectre. How much is this? Can I get the Hypnotic Spectre? Vampire Warrior. Oh, that's a kind of expensive. Oh, it says I have it because this is one creature I have. Okay. Keeper of the Dead? No. So if we can go Lord of the Undead, other zombies get +1/+1, and then we can turn as zombies. If we go this way, we can get we can go zombies. We already have a couple zombies. Can we do this one? Oh, 3 blue amulets. Okay. Well, huh. I'm sure that I'm sure just straight up can't afford any of these. I'm really not sure what I want. So this is a 4/4 for 5 that can't be blocked. Can I take this? 3 blue amulets. Okay, let's just get out of here. We're not going to be able to afford any of this. How do I get... Oh, done right there. Let's edit our deck real quick, and then we want this Death Toucher. The Shadowcloak Vampire we'll put in. And now I'm like, okay, so we have this 4/3 for 4 for 5. Is there a... Let's take this Venomous Fangs out, and then let's take this End of Scream out. Yeah, because we just want creatures at this point. Okay, that's good. Do I want to put another swamp in and take something else out? No, I think I'm good for now. All right. Well, that is that for the first episode here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to begin this quest here and try to forge some mana links. I don't remember how exactly that works, but we're going to explore some of these mechanics as we go here. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.